Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you from our broadcast perch. And, Charles, as we get this thing started, what are you going to be keeping your eye on?
Special teams. Field position is always a big determiner in a ball game. Who sets their offense up for success the best, that team will win the game.
Now the big leg of Matt Prater ready to get this one started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. This is fielded a couple yards deep.
Hey, let's go! Double.
First carry for the Hall of Famer. It's the boss, Jerome Bettis. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Double. Out.
Second down, Vic. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Now here's Vic. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many runs in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. There to stop him was Darius Leonard.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
On second down, Williams. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they've sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. That would give running left. It's Bettis. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Slant route caught by Edelman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant. Vic operating on first down. Steps away to his left. And he'll get it down here to the 43. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Here's Michael Vick. That'll be caught over the middle by Moss. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. He got 29 yards that time.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Right 20.
From the gun, Vick. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Jared Cook, a 16-yard touchdown. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. Prater for the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
A first down throw coming for Vick. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Vick now. Dancing to his left. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Back live now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Rams with a football to get us going. And they've got it here with a first down. Up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Eagle 44.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit, thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation,
under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Jaron Reed in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it'll be 4th down.
Hey, shoot now. On.
Vic to throw on 4th down. Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. He was looking for Gronk that time.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Being chased out left. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Partner, we talked about this at halftime, but I don't think either one of us expected it to continue. Michael Vick has been bottled up in this game. This defense has done a fantastic job of containing his running ability.
It is so rare. They can never contain him back in the day. Remember 2006 when he set the single-season record with over 1,000 rushing yards. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this.
Let's go. 90.
On 3rd down, Vic. And this is Cook with a grab. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. 4th down, Vic. Man open, it's Moss, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Second and 10 now from the 27. A 2nd down throw for Vic. Throw right side, going to be complete to Moss. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. It'll be Vic once more. Gonna throw right side here, complete. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Vic now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. A run. This is Bettis. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. On the counter, here's Williams. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. To throw, Vic. He's going to air one out. And this will be caught at the 30. And give him a gain of 37.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Hey, 52. He's flexing up. And it's a black 2 man.
On 1st and 10, here's Vic. And this one is incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Here's Vic. Flushed out right. He is going to find Hill here. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. 31 yards. And the Rams are in for 6. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
Extra point good by Prater. And the lead is now 10-7. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Vic on second down. But he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Derek Brooks in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Vic to throw it. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Throwing Vic under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Derek Brooks in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Vick will look to throw on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Goes right side, complete to Grum. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Ricky Williams taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Rams add on to their lead. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on. And remember what I said. It's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
My bad.
So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows a coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Back now in the East Bay, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the 4th. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Working out of the gun, Michael Vick, escaping the pressure right. To the right side, and he's got Edelman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. 1st down, Vick. And that is incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
His throw incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And it's 3rd down.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cook. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And avoids the contact by sliding. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
Okay, we've seen plenty of games. We've been there before. They thought they had this one over with if they could have stopped them right there on that down. Now they Got to continue to play. That's going to be tough.
That's tough because it was such great coverage. They had him blanketed. But, hey, took off and found a way. From the shotgun, it's Vic. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another first down as well. Vic now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Vic readies to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
They'll throw again. Here's Vic. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
Now you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and
fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Vic on the sneak, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Michael Vick, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys have made this a 1-score game now. And he puts it through. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And the Rams now coming out on the field. They have the football. They're looking good, but the lead is just 2. So any mistake in a field goal can beat you. They got to be careful.
And that's where it gets difficult because you don't want that to leak into your thinking. You want to play like, hey, we've got the advantage. We can close this out. Don't play from fear, and they can win this game.
See if they can play fear-free and hang on. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Julius Peppers in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Vic to throw. Going for the deep ball. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Ron Parker. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trust in his quarterback and trust in his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
Back to throw. And Cook has it left side. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. As they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. As they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. They'll try a toss here to Bettis. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow. How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Here's Prater now set to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Now, before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Now a pitch out to Williams. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. So they'll quickly now signal for the timeout. And it's definitely not looking good, but at least they'll have one final play to hope for that miracle and get him in the end zone. One last shot for Michael Vick. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes